Hi everyone, I'm Shelly from There's No Place Like Home at redheadmom8.wordpress.com. You know, for the past several years, I have made it my mission to awaken the populace to the truth about compulsory schooling, because people really do seem to just put it up on this pedestal and they look at it as being the answer to everything, despite the fact that it seems to be failing miserably, at least when it comes to educating our children. So I have talked time and time again about the fact that people were reading better pre-compulsory schooling. Children were learning better pre-compulsory schooling. People actually had life skills before compulsory schooling was ever instituted. And for some reason, every time that I mentioned that we probably would have been better off without ever having compulsory schooling ever existing, I have a lot of people who just completely disagree with me, because they just look at the fact that there are so many parents out there who are not taking care of their kids, who are neglectful, and who just don't seem to know how to be a mom or how to be a dad. And you know, that's true. There are a lot of people like that, unfortunately. And I even had some people talking to me about that on my post about pre-K. Some people think that pre-K is necessary to kind of help kids with bad parents, you know, take the kids with bad parents and put them in the school system. And the school system is not the answer. And what I'm going to talk to you about today is that compulsory schooling has destroyed the family. Before compulsory school laws were put into place, the family was central to everything. Children learned by helping their parents in the day-to-day things that their families depended upon. Their parents were not just mom and dad. They were mentors. They were involved. Children knew how important their familial role was, and they felt valued because of it. Post-compulsory schooling, that all changed. In fact, that may well be how we got into this sorry mess we're in today. It's completely ironic to me that people are concerned about abolishing mandatory public education because of bad parenting, when a major factor in the epidemic of bad parenting is, you guessed it, public education. Confused? Let's take a look at the one major factor that has caused this inevitable breakdown of the family. Compulsory education replaced the parent's role as primary caregiver and teacher. Let's be honest here. How can people learn to be decent parents when their children are taken from them 6 hours a day minimum, 36 weeks a year? Parents today no longer consider themselves solely responsible for their children. How many times have you heard someone say, "I can't wait for school to start. Let their teacher deal with them. My kids are driving me crazy. I hate summer vacation." How many times have you seen parents cheer on the first day of school? I'm not judging here because I've done it. Thankfully, though, I've realized that the reason people can't handle their children anymore is because they aren't with them enough. They defer to the teacher's advice on just about everything because their teachers spend more time with their kids than they do. This was never a problem before compulsory school laws were legislated. People knew how to be parents. Once the responsibility of raising our children was taken away, it opened the doors to things almost unheard of and certainly not considered the norm, before school existed at least. A skyrocketing divorce rate, latchkey kids, the devaluing of the role of the housewife and stay-at-home mother, a never-ending journey for material wealth, the notion that you can have it all, abortion, someone other than parents making medical decisions for their children, ADHD, the quality over quantity lie. The list goes on and on. So before you decide that school may be the best thing for some children, I want you to think about this one thing. Ultimately, school is what got them into this predicament to begin with. That's all that I have for you today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet and would like to hear more of what I have to say, I would love if you would do that. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave one over on Instagram. I will link that in the description box. And if you like my work, you can check out my Patreon page. Have a great day.